peasants of the lower tables. I don't know. That was bold. It got a few jokes. It's tradition that the groom starts his speech by thanking everybody for coming. So thank you. Thank you all. Thank you to all of our wonderful friends and family for being here to share this special day with Laura and I.
Laura was born at 10:20 a.m. on Sunday the 24th of January 1993. I already had a daughter and was convinced that the new baby was going to be a boy. As the newborn baby girl emerged into the world, my first thought was, that's another wedding speech I might have to do.
For those of you who may not know me, I've been friends with Mike for over about 20 years. I honestly can't believe that I'm actually stood here today. About 4 years ago, me and Mike were both convinced we're going to be spending every Saturday night until we're 40, watching Match of the Day, eating pizza on our own, but things have definitely changed for the better. Right guys, let's start firstly with Laura. You look absolutely amazing today. I'm sure everyone in the room will agree with me. I'm sure everyone also will look in at Mike agree he's absolutely punching. We're not quite sure how he's pulled this off, so.
Laura grew up from day one with Special Ted, also known as Spesh or Tedden. Tedden has had a busy time. He wasn't supposed to come out quite yet, but anyway, here he is.
You couldn't wait.
How many times have we practiced this speech? Tedden has had a busy time. He moved house last year and he has recently returned from Padstow where he joined the hen party. Laura doesn't know, but Tedden had an invite to the wedding and he was the first to reply, saying he would love to come. Tedden made the trip to London and with the boys to get measured for his outfit, and here he is, suited and booted. And here's a glass for Tedden for the drinky poos in a minute. As Laura progressed through her teenage years, she was apparently the perfect daughter. Or so she led me to believe. Recently, listening to her talking to customers on the phone and convincing them that they really do need all manner of equipment for their vet practices, I'm left wondering how much of an angel she really was.
And on to the groomsmen. A Welshman, a Brummie, and a software developer. Sounds like the start of a bad joke. Not only do these guys save lives, teach the future generation, and write code, I think that's what you do, Sam. They also, and more importantly, make me laugh, look out for me, and give me great advice And I know that no matter where Laura and I are in the world, you will always be there for us. And who doesn't want friends like that? Unusually, I've decided to have 3 best men. Arguably 5 if you take into account my 2 little pals, Corey and Jaden. Probably the coolest, but definitely the cutest guys in the room today. Then there's me and Mike. We go way back. Almost as far back as his hairline. To my 3rd best man, my brother. My favourite brother. My only brother. The father of my 2 wonderful nephews. Thank you for wearing your suit today. I'm sure that everyone will agree that you actually scrub up rather well. However, 10 quid says he's in his joggers by the first dance. Thanks for being here and for being yourself. I love you.
A friend of mine took a wedding and it was in a town centre. And the happy couple were therefore posing for their photographs outside the church after the service on a street. And they had all the usual photos. And they went off to their reception and the photographer went off to develop the photograph because it was in the old days when they developed photographs, and was horrified as he started to develop them, because he realised that where they had stood in front of the church, behind was the main church notice board on which they always put a Bible verse. And the Bible verse said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing." How many of you guests today turned up expecting the bride and groom to say, "I do," to each other? It's a very common mistake, but actually they didn't say that, and they don't say that at any point throughout the wedding. They say, "I will." And that's important, because "I do" is the present tense, and that might change in the future. "I will" is a promise for now and for the future. It recognizes that sometimes love is an act of will rather than a feeling. Sometimes love will be the actions we do in spite of how we feel.
You look like
Somebody once said, "It isn't true that love will keep your marriage alive. Rather, marriage will keep your love alive." It's your commitment of will to keep these promises that will see you through the hard times and out into the light at the other end.
Not too shabby.
And so we get to the crunch. Turn and face it. Michael and Laura, I now invite you to join hands and make your vows in the presence of God and his people. I, Michael, take you, Laura,
I, Michael, take you, Laura,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
till death do us part,
according to God's holy law.
according to God's holy law,
In the presence of God,
in the presence of God,
I make this vow.
I make this vow.
Mum and Dad, today wouldn't be possible without you. Travelling to Barcelona with you as my Iron Man entourage was the best day of my life, until today. Mum, I could hear your screams above the sound of 5,000 supporters. That's my son! That's my son!
Michael James Harvey Stevens, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Our first meeting, Mike, was on Karen's birthday. We agreed to meet near the Woolpack Inn at a village called Slad in the Stroud Valley to go for a walk and then have a meal in the pub at lunchtime. The day was very interesting. Mike and Laura were late. Mike crawled out of Laura's car with a massive hangover. He had suede shoes on and what looked like his best clothes. And if he had got some sleep the previous night, it looked like he had slept with his clothes on. No walking gear emerged from the car, so he was obviously wearing it. Karen's birthday is on the 17th of December, and it had been raining for days, and the paths were both wet and slippery. As the day progressed, I thought things could only get better, but he then announced he was a football fan. And then the real blow came when he said he supported Spurs. In the pub, I warmed to Mike. He had made it around the 5-mile walk without falling over. He bought a round of drinks and he talked to me. Non-stop, I hasten to add, and has hardly surfaced for air since. Mike moved into Minden Cottage with Laura and adapted to a house full of animals and to country ways. Mike has embraced his new life and is now the proud owner of both walking boots and wellies. Over time we have grown close, going on holidays, days out and having meals together. Mike is kind-hearted and generous, and as the months went by, we all fitted in well, and we soon came to realise he was the right one for Laura.
I have felt at home since the first time that we met, even though I was wearing suede shoes on a 5-mile hike, pretending that I was an Ironman. Thank you for helping me to book such a wonderful venue and providing such a fantastic meal. I'm looking forward to many gin-filled evenings over the coming years. And I'm afraid it's now official. Your worst fears are realised. Your beloved daughter is married a chap from Swindon.
Right, there are two young gentlemen who have a very special job. Hello, boys. Have you got, are they there? Right, no, don't walk on the dress. Right, good lad. Thank you very much. No, that's all right. Ooh, right. Okay. Right, I've no idea which is which one is. Yeah, you do. Laura, I give you this ring
Laura, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Michael, I give you this ring
Michael, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife. Those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder. Thunderous applause, and you may kiss.
It's undeniable the support that he's given me over the last 4 or 5 years, and Andy over even longer than that. And he's a remarkable person with determination that I've very rarely seen before. He gets himself into situations at work and always comes up smelling of roses. He's frightened of water 1 minute and he's training with championship swimmers the next. He wakes up one day and tells me he's going to be a triathlon athlete and he's got countless trophies the next. He risks everything to join a fledgling company at the bottom of the ladder 1 minute, and within 6 months he's pulled off £1 million deal and is promoted the next. He decides he's going to Spain to enter the hardest endurance event on the planet and is running over the finish line the next. This man is an Iron Man in every sense of the word. So we're not toasting him, we're standing up and a standing ovation for this man here.
Laura, you have developed a strong character. I can do it. I can do it. You are determined, kind, thoughtful, and generous. Whether it be work, running, netball, or horse riding, you give 110%. Mum and I are truly proud of you and all your achievements.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the new Mr. and Mrs. Harvey Stevens.
Right, guys, so I think after this we can definitely say, Mike, you're most definitely one of a kind. We know you're a man of many words, so me and Mike have decided to put a few together just to sum you up perfectly. Before we go on to that, myself and Mike would both like to say thank you for having us stood up here with you today. It means so much to us and we're both honoured to be able to play such a big part on your special day. From myself, thank you for always being stood with me in 20 years of friendship. You're one of the funniest, yet most outrageous, yet kind-hearted people that I know. I'm lucky to have been able to call you a best friend for all this time. I wish both you and Laura a lifetime of happiness and memories. And I also wish Laura all the best in taking on the reins, looking after you. And I hope she makes you as happy as I did. Just please remember Rome. Laura, thank you so much for taking him on. And also thank you for making him so happy. We've never seen him smile so much as when he's with you. You two really are a perfect couple, and I know Mike's got a few final words for you both.
So first of all, a few words on Laura. So the saying, pick yourself up and get back on the horse, is quite literally the best way to describe Laura and her approach to life. We obviously don't know you as well as we know Mike, but I know enough to have absolute admiration and respect for the woman you are and the challenges that you've overcome. As a father to a young daughter myself, if she grows up to be a strong, independent businesswoman like you, I'll be a proud man, just like David is today. I once said, after one of my many heart-to-hearts with Mike, that you will know when you found the one when you love and fancy them as much as you fancy yourself. So congratulations to you, Laura. You've achieved that.
He's mastered many things, has now flourished and come alive. Watching him grow from the little boy to the man he has become has made me proud, honoured even, to be his mum. Success on his own, though, would never be enough, but to fulfil that hollow was going to be tough. That is, of course, until he met Laura. After that, it wasn't long before I noticed a content Mike that actually each day grew more.
So, to my beautiful wife, Laura, since the first time we met, I've been completely infatuated with you. This is good. Your beautiful smile, incredible eyes, and cheeky nature. I think it's fair to say you have me wrapped around your little finger. I didn't ever expect to be in this situation, to fall in love so quickly, or to feel so comfortable with somebody as I do with you. As soon as I saw you in the hospital, I knew that I wanted to care for you, protect you, and love you for the rest of our lives. You have little self-belief, but if you could see what I could see, and everyone here could see, you would realise what a smart, driven, intelligent, independent, and beautiful woman you are. I'm in awe of you, and I love you more than you can imagine. So I'd like everybody to stand and raise a glass to my beautiful bride, Laura.
She has given him a purpose and helped with his motivation, and so together now they can have a strong foundation. After a little time together, Laura had a fall from her horse. Mike had been competing in a try, but had to be with her, of course. Even though Spurs were playing Arsenal, he chose to be at her side. It was then that Tony and I knew, this is it, Laura's going to be his bride. Mike and Laura, take a minute and think of how you feel. Lock it in your heart, because it's love and it is real. Keep it with you, come what may, because from this point forward, your forever starts today.